Looking great. You looking great? How you feeling?
There's famous people right there.
I know. Big fan since back in the day. So happy he's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Coolio!
Coolio!
And you going somewhere after this?
Tacos after this. yeah.
That's big pimpin' style right there. Big pimpin' style.
Thank you.
There you go. He's fixing the crease.
You finna go hit a disco right after the show.
You can't be having no strings.
Right.
Thank you. And this is your son?
It's my son. It's my oldest son, AI.
AI, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too,
Thanks
Javier.
for coming. I appreciate that.
And I appreciate y'all for having me.
We're backstage. Javier and I just got back from the top. We have a little bit of good news, and that is because it was getting down to the wire. They released a few more tickets, so there are still tickets left for tonight's show, and
tickets.
doors open at 6:30 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Well, who should start first? I know we both have a lot of questions.
Go for it, man.
All right. Well, first of all, rapper, actor, producer, chef. I have not met an artist in our business that's so versatile and that has done so much than you have. But aside from all your projects, you have some special causes dear to your heart. And can you explain what that is? Because I'm sitting next to a guy right here who's Mr. Community. We do a thing called Cruise for the Cause, work with the Emilio Norris Foundation, and I'm doing my research, and I'm looking at all the positive work you've done, not just in the community, but nationally. What are some of the causes closest to your heart, and how can we help?
I think the very, very first one I did was the National Asthma and Allergy Foundation, which I have asthma. My son got asthma. You know, we be going through it, bro. And, you know, a lot of people don't know what it's like not to be able to breathe. And unfortunately, a lot of the things that used to make it better for asthmatics, they've taken away a lot of the programs. To get in, if just say right now I wasn't able to breathe, I would have to go to the emergency room to go get an inhaler or to get a nebulizer. You used to be able to buy an inhaler over the counter. Now, get an inhaler is not like other medications. You can't get high off of it. So, what's the reason for you not being able to buy it over the counter? It don't really make sense. It's to basically help you breathe. Sometimes if you're having an asthma attack, if you can't get to an inhaler within 5 minutes, you're dead.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, just a lot of stuff, man. People like to be in control of things that they don't necessarily need to be in control of. There's no reason for anybody to have a prescription to get an inhaler. So that's something I find ridiculous. And then also, they used to have a lot of free clinics, you know, for our less fortunate community members, and they'd have a lot of free clinics where you could go, and they would teach kids how to manage their asthma. They would give them classes on controlling your breathing, because sometimes if you can't get to an inhaler or get to a nebulizer, you can save yourself by knowing how to do controlled breathing exercises. It's a lot of things, and and then the air's hasn't gotten any better, so it's gotten worse. So you got more people being born with asthma, and with the onslaught of inhaled drug use, you know, it's a lot. A lot more kids being born with.
So you're helping make a difference. You're helping get the word out, legislation.
I try, bro. I try, but it's not a whole lot of outlets.
I feel a collaboration coming out with Cruise for the Cause. Will you join us for Cruise for the Cause one of these years?
Absolutely.
We do a huge car show to help kids with cancer. We collect blood for the Red Cross. The bone marrow registry. We need to get Coolio to join us.
Coolio can come by anytime. He's welcome to come
Absolutely.
by. Sign some autographs. Add your awareness to what you advocating for. We'd appreciate that. We're just trying to help people, you know?
Absolutely.
Life's too short, so we're just trying to help people.
And then I'm always, I don't know which particular cause you want me to pick, but anything that got anything to do with helping children, I'm down.
Right?
And I'm involved in so many of them, but that I can't even really be specific, because anytime they ask me, I say yeah before they can get the question out their mind. So.
Well, okay, you're going to love this, and I'm going to let you explain this. But before I do, if you have a question for Coolio, we forgot to do this with Warren G. If you have a question for Coolio, type it under the Facebook Live, under the video, and we'll ask Coolio right here as we do this Facebook Live. It's RW, X-Man, Coolio AI. We're backstage at Valley View Casino Center. If you have a question for Coolio, type it in under the video on Facebook Live, and we'll ask him. But this is what I'm really excited about. $1 for every ticket sold tonight goes to a very special cause that helps children, and I'm going to let you explain because this is something so near and dear to your heart as well.
Right. So there's
tonight's show.
There's an organization called the Millionaires Foundation, and what they do is they transport children who don't have transportation to their cancer treatments. This is every week, every day. Wow. They do this for free. They don't want these kids to get on the mass transit to get to their appointment. So they pick them up at their house and they take them. So
that's a good thing.
We raise money for them, and I like to say we take care of the gas, of the oil changes. We keep those vehicles running with the donations. So when everyone buys a ticket, that dollar will go straight to that organization. Man. So we appreciate that.
You need to start adding in a little meal on that too, man. Because I don't have cancer, but I know a few people that do. They say that after the treatment, they throw up. Right. They throw up a lot. And so after it subsides after a few hours, and then they're hungry as hell.
Right.
So you might want to throw a meal in that. You know what I'm saying? When they get home and
that's where you come in at. You know what I mean? That's where you come in at, cooking with Coolio.
Okay, there you go.
And then you come in and you provide the meals.
That's right. I make the menu. I start it off. When I add the meal, I make the menu for them. It's gonna have to be something mild, something that's easy on the stomach. But
exactly.
I'm always working on a new recipe, bro. That's my thing. I look at cooking like music.
Wow.
Because it's actually very similar. Because for music, there's a formula. There are ingredients,
right,
and a creative process.
Process. So
he get real creative.
Yeah.
We're live with Coolio backstage. my friend Janelle and San Ysidro ask, what is your favorite or special recipe, your secret weapon? What's the one thing you're proud of most that you get down with in the kitchen?
That your son loves.
Oh, man. I don't know. He got to tell you that.
He do a peanut butter chicken.
Wow.
He takes the peanut butter. I think he used crunchy peanut butter.
No, I don't use crunchy. I used to. I used creamy.
Okay,
it's called peanut butter chicken love.
Ooh, tell us about
that.
Yeah,
I'm getting hungry.
All right.
Peanut butter. It's peanut butter, creamy chicken soup.
You can't give out all that.
I mean, this one is in the cookbook though.
Okay.
If you check out my cookbook, Cooking with Coolio, 5-star meals at a 1-star price with a little bit of money,
check
a little bit of know-how. You too become a kitchen pimp.
Yes.
Yeah, so and then there's some the sweet, those sweet peppers that come in a little bag you get from Ralph's.
Right.
It's a yellow, red, and green. Sometimes green. Yellow, red, and orange one.
Yes.
Those sweet peppers. Chop those, mince those up. Put those in there. Some seasoning salt, some pepper, and you let it simmer. You put the chicken in, put it in the oven. A little bit of water or beer. But if you drink, don't put no alcohol in your food. Put a little beer in there, and the flavor is real subtle. It's mild, unless you want to add some jalapeno, you spice it up a little bit. But if you don't have a nut allergy, then it's something that'll go along real good with some rice, some noodles.
That sounds delicious. When is Coolio gonna get a restaurant going? Is that in the
yeah, it's in the works, but Coolio's I'm only gonna put my. He's gonna have me talking about myself in the third person. You saw that, right?
He did. He got you for the first about 2 sentences.
Yeah, he did.
But see, he what he's doing is a catering truck. He wants to start with a catering truck just so it can be mobile, move around.
All right.
And then if that works out, then eventually, we can get into the restaurant aspects. This is where I come in at. This my part of the Coolio experience. It's helping them, get all his ideas and put them into fruition, right?
There you go.
We're going to switch gears for a second. Janelle on Facebook Live, by the way, you can ask your question right below. Type it in the comment box. This is a great question from Janelle. Changing the topic, Janelle says, what's your one pet peeve in life? What frustrates you in life, everyday life, more than anything? That's a good question, Janelle. Thank you.
What frustrates me?
What frustrates you? What gets you angry?
Everyday life.
That's a good question, Janelle.
People who, I think, when it comes to people, it's people who try to give you input about something they have no idea what they're talking about. People who speak out of turn, and it's not your turn to talk yet. You know what I'm saying? Don't cut everybody off. I guess those are one or two of them, and then probably the most serious one is people who make up stories. I'm not gonna call them liars, because some people make up stories and they're embellishing on it. You know, just putting too much on it. Just tell it how it is. People, I don't like to, you know, people make a little noise and then you ask them, "What's wrong?" And they say nothing. That irks me. I think my pet peeve about the world is the way people who invent things to help people, the way they get treated and things that happen to them. I don't know how much I know about this, but in the 1930s, there was a machine. Somebody invented a machine that cured cancer, and they bombarded people with, check this out, with radio waves. For about there were strong radio waves. There was no radioactivity though, and they bombarded them with this radio. They took 30 terminally ill patients. They bombarded them with these radio waves for 3 months. They all went into remission and were cured 100%. The pharmaceutical industry, who are the people who make the medicine for cancer, and make and that was just starting on radioactive therapy, they came in, destroyed the lab, discredited the man, and he disappeared. And they never used that process again. And then they started selling. Then maybe probably 20 years later, they started doing chemotherapy and radioactive therapy and all these other things, and giving people all these cancer medicines and stuff like that. And you know, there's a cure for a lot of stuff, for lots of things that you wouldn't know about, but you'll never hear about it because the people that invent these things get discredited, and they even, you know, they're doctors, so people start calling them quacks. You know, they take away their voice from them, and
credibility.
No, they take away their voice, and then they take away their license to practice medicine, and they kind of cast them out because, of course, curing something doesn't make money. Let's see, what's the word? When you give somebody medicine to control something, what's that called? Medicated therapy or whatever you want to call it.
Instead of curing it, to control it.
Instead of curing it, they give you medicine to control it.
Right.
And it's money in that. But it's no money in curing things. And I'm telling you, if you do your research, like I have, I haven't been asked these questions in a while, which is why I can't give you names and exact dates, but if you gave me a couple of hours, I'll give you name and exact dates. If you do your research, though, you'll find so many things like this. There was a man back in the day who invented a washing machine that washed clothes without washing powder or any kind of soap, and it got your clothes clean, and it wasn't harmful to the environment. There was no soap or chemicals going back into the rivers and stuff because it was done with no chemicals. It was just a washing machine and water. Well, you know what happened to him?
What happened to him?
He got kidnapped, taken somewhere out in the forest in a cabin. They wrote him a check for $250,000. Said, "You're selling us." They just said it just like this: "You're selling us your idea, and you're never gonna recreate this idea again. This is ours, and if you do, we'll kill you and your family, and we'll erase we'll erase your existence, the fact that your family ever existed." I mean, y'all don't want to start talking to me about stuff, man. Because I tell you some real.
I will tell you
some real.
I don't
tell you some real.
I don't think we've ever learned so much talking to an artist. Usually we got deep real quick.
Really quick.
Bro, I mean,
And I appreciate that, though.
Bro, I don't normally I don't talk about this kind of stuff a lot because, as you know, if you start talking too much, then people start watching too much. And if people start watching too much, then you got to start watching too much.
So basically, Coolio just got us in trouble. There's gonna be men in black cars showing up to the radio station on Monday.
You heard what I said?
To talk to us.
If people start watching too much,
Men in
you
black
got
cars
to
are gonna be
start.
showing up to his crib.
You got to start watching too
All
much.
right.
Well, we'll change the subject real quick then.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a game we like to call "Who Would Win in an MC Battle." You're on the spot. Who would win in an MC battle? Yo-Yo versus Eve. Go.
Yo.
You can't play with my yo-yo. Too Short versus, let's go different coast. Too Short versus Fat Joe.
Too short.
Fat Joe.
Wow, really? Okay. Short or Fat Joe? X-Man.
Too short.
Too short. All right.
I said Fat. No, I said Fat Joe because Fat Joe is more of a battle rhymer than Too Short.
Okay.
And that depends on what is the battle about.
Right. We
Is
don't
it
know.
about
We're just saying hypothetically.
right.
Jay-Z versus Slick Rick.
Jay-Z?
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Rakim versus 50.
Rakim.
Very good. That's what I was going to say. All right.
Hey, see, some of these questions you asking, you can get in trouble. Like, it's like you saying Too Short versus Fat Joe. I'm from the West Coast.
Right.
I can't say Fat Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Too Short fan. I'm a West Coast advocate, but I mean, I just talking about on some straight battle rhyming.
course.
I've never heard Too Short battle rhyme. I heard
Yeah.
Fat Joe, spit out battle rhyme. So that's why I said Fat Joe.
We're going to record something for the radio now, so we want to thank all of our Facebook Live friends.
Yeah.
Keep Facebook Live rolling. We'll still keep it rolling, but we're going to record something for the radio. This is going to be played on Magic 92.5 in a couple of
See y'all in a couple hours.
So people go 3, 2, 1. All right, we are live backstage at Summer Jam. R double on with.
Xavier the X-man.
And who do we have sitting next to us?
Man, we have the duo here today.
I'm Coolio with the flow, the neighborhood ghetto Zach superhero down to go tell us over the hand cracker Joe, representing the Ivy gang. Shaka Zulu, man.
I can't follow that up, man. But I mean, how y'all doing?
Coolio, and your son AI is here.
AI, it stands for artificial intelligence or Artis Leon Ivy, which is our last name. And that's why I say Ivy gang.
That's awesome.
Welcome to San Diego. Tonight it's on Summer Jam. There's still a few tickets left. Couple of good seats left, but look, there's not a bad seat in the house. We got the giant screens up. Everybody's got a great seat tonight. Welcome to San Diego.
Thank you, man.
We took a question right now from Facebook Live. Sarah wants to know what Coolio's favorite type of taco is. Everyone knows there's like 100
Carne
types of
asada.
tacos.
It's
Carne
no
asada.
question.
There you
Carne
go, so I'm
asada,
talking
bro.
about.
Flour or corn tortilla?
Corn, bro. Well, if you use a flour tortilla, that's a burrito.
Right, exactly.
Not if you're from Hermosillo, my friend. Not if you're from Sonora. We argue about that all the time.
If it's a flour tortilla, it's a burrito.
Burrito, right?
I don't care if it's small or large. If it's a flour tortilla, then it's a small burrito.
All right.
Coolio knows his food.
Hey, Coolio, invite San Diego to join us tonight out at Summer Jam. The
Yo,
microphone's yours.
I'm Coolio with the flow. Come join us tonight at Magic 92.5 for the Summer Jam. Yeah, it's going down. Coolio, Bell Biv DeVoe, Robin S. Oh, we so fresh. Shaka Zulu, man. And don't forget, SWV. Woo-woo.